You all have fallen down into this abyss where around you were assaulted with the scent of decay and rot. Nothing here is permanent. Everyone who comes to this area is transient. You see tents, lean-tos, no more established buildings. But one thing you notice, as you try to get your bearings, as you try to look around, everything is out of focus. You look at some of the people, you look at tents, but their faces are hazy. The only thing you can truly see, truly focus your eyes on, is the maw. This large, gaping wound in the earth. This crevice from which you see heat and bile emerging. This red, kind of squelching mass emanating out. And as you look towards it, you feel drawn to this thing. Like, this is where you're meant to be. And you see lines of people tossing things into it. Whether it be other people, whether it be food, anything. And yes, you all come to in this place where you have crashed down into. What are you doing?
So our goal was to get to the maw. Was there a specific reason for that before, or was there just like, that's the general?
Right. So when you talked to Balladry, you wanted to find him because you knew he was an expert on the heart. He had all of this research. And he told you this place was important because this is... The maw, as you know now, is just a hole straight down to the heart itself. Like, if you go up to the edge, you can see the pulsing beat, which, as you stand in this place, you feel the ground quake in a rhythmic pattern.
Cool. I think I'm grabbing Pride and kind of dragging her, and I'm looking for your brother.
Here?
Yeah. Like, do you recognize any of these people? I think that and it feels bad to touch me. I also thought about what it looked like for my body to be all reconstituted. I think that I'm like, where I get injured kind of splinters and glitches away. So like with the double vision eye situation, like it's revealing a alternate dimension where I'm already dead.
I love this. Very fun.
Niche made a face. That was good.
Didn't like that.
So it feels bad to touch me because like I'm coming apart, but I'm like dragging you if you will allow me.
If you touch me, I'm going to recoil.
Okay.
And then I can walk in that direction with you, but I kind of brush off my sleeve.
Okay. I'm urging you forward.
I'm walking.
Great. So you're trying to find your brother, like you're trying to...
Okay, wait. So you've asked me if I recognize my brother here?
Yes. I think I don't say it in so many words. I think I say like, we're closer. He must be around here. Let's find him. We can find him. And I'm pulling you, and I'm just like frenzied looking through the crowd.
I'm looking around to see if I recognize any of the faces.
Give me a discern.
Am I also giving this?
Yeah, you could support. I think we have the support. If you support with the roll, that's an extra D10, right?
Yeah, if you're using a skill that you have.
I do have discern.
Beautiful. Oh, and I forgot to say, my bad. The domains for this place are cursed and desolate.
I also have the cursed domain.
I mean, I think that you can only give one, or maybe,
Cool.
yeah, I think you can only give one.
Well, I'm wondering
Okay.
more if you should help me in my search.
Um, yeah, I can do that unless, like, would you recognize it? Like, because you remember the
I
face
have my
too,
book
right?
of drawings.
Okay, yeah,
Okay.
you have more faces that you know anyway. So yeah, go ahead.
So what I'm rolling, because I have a skill in
Discern. So yeah,
discern.
D10. So
I have
3D10.
domain
Plus, if I'm helping, you get another one.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
Cool.
4D10.
Okay. I'm rolling 2 twice. I got a 1 and a 9.
Okay.
And then I got another 9 and a 5.
Okay. So yeah, this was not really a risky role, I would say. Like you're just looking. Nothing super terrifying about that. But with a 9, you have a success. You take no stress, which is good for you. And you look around. You don't necessarily see anybody specifically that you recognize. The reason this was harder to do is because of the draw of the maw and looking away from it. But you look around and you are able to see not necessarily someone you recognize, but you start to recognize why people are doing the things they're doing. Like you can see as people walk up to the maw with things that they toss in, you watch as a man without an arm throws in a young animal and his arm grows back.
As if there's some sort of exchange/sacrifice thing happening here.
Yes.
Knox, have you told us, Pride, about the eyeball you keep in a jar?
No, I likely would not have.
Okay, just curious.
About just its existence?
Its existence, that you have a piece of your brother.
I'd like to approach one of these people and ask them about it.
Ooh, okay, cool. Yeah, you go up to somebody, and one of them looks to you, and just kind of glances up from where they're doing. There's very decrepit person, looks incredibly old, and he looks up at you and says, "What is it you want?"
I see some sort of ritual going on here.
Oh yes, the maw. It gives us strength. That's why you're here, right?
Strength in what sense?
Well, you give it what it wants, and you can live forever.
So it's only a physical enhancement that you get?
Oh no, it can. I mean, I used to be crazy, and now I'm smart as can be.
Clearly.
It can bring back your body pieces. It can bring back the people from the dead. It can do anything. You just gotta give it the right stuff.
I reach out and I almost grab him, but then I stopped myself and I said, "Bring back from the dead."
Oh yeah. It's just it's a little complicated. It's a life for a life, you know.
A life for a life?
Knox takes a step back.
Yeah, how big is this person?
He's not like terribly big. He's an older, like aged man.
How close are we to the maw physically?
I have not been listening, by the way.
You
I'm still
Emma,
wa-
or you the character?
The character has continued to walk around looking, making sure that there's nobody.
Yeah, you are. I mean, you're not like terribly close. Like probably a few hundred feet. But there are a lot of people around the maw itself.
there is a fleeting thought as my hand is about to brush this man's shirt or jacket or whatever he's wearing, where I am resisting the temptation to grip him and drag him to the maw and throw him in. But I stop myself, and I nod. Have you done this yourself?
Oh, me? Yeah. I've tossed lots of things in, but, like, you never know what it's gonna take. Sometimes if it doesn't like what you give it, you lose more than you gain.
Thank you.
If you look over there, old Maud over there, and he points and you see a woman who's missing both her arms. He says, she tried to cheap out and it took everything from her.
Yeah. In this world, you can't cheap out on anything. I understand the cost of business.
Exactly.
Well, you've been very helpful here. I appreciate it. And I nod and begin to walk away.
Beautiful. So she's walking away.
I think after this teleport, Grex has been just kind of sitting stationary as this is all happening. Maybe gazing down into the maw. Because it feels like he's got some sense of closure after running into Ice Mirth's betrothed. Like, I've kind of said everything I need to say, and I'm just... He's feeling a bit directionless, and so I was wondering if I could, like, commune with the hive, or, like, what would its desire be here?
The hive? That's a good question. How close are you to the maw?
Pretty close, like almost legs dangling. Literally, imagine the picture of the wolf where I'm just like...
You've approached the maw. And as you are up against it, you can see down this hole and the beating heart starts to fill your head and resonate. And through this time, you've been feeling this split between Grex and the hive. But as you sit here and this beat fills your head, the hive inside you starts to hum in the same pulsing rhythm. And you feel these voices coming from everywhere, telling you, Grex, can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you.
We sense you feel great pain.
I do.
Why?
I feel I have nothing to lose and nothing to give. I don't know where to go or why I would even start moving. Just want to sit here.
Well, you have given us a home. You have given us warmth and safety. Even if you lose everyone else, we will still be here. We're with you. And you're with us. Together.
It seems nice to be part of a whole. And I'm not talking about the maw.
You can... There's always the next step. You can just become one with it.
That sounds nice. There's some things I want to help my companions here with first, but I'll be ready to join you soon.
Okay. We'll be here for you when you decide.
Thanks.
Anytime. and you feel this hum inside your body. As you, do you have any blood stress?
Yeah. Those are the tick
As
marks,
you-
right?
As you feel your body kind of repair itself a little bit. And how much blood stress do you have?
4.
You lose 2.
And with that feeling of renewal, I think I finally stand up, and I probably will go see what Nox is up to.
Great.
Bull who
Yeah.
is going to be okay.
Nox.
Yeah, and we go over to you, Nox.
Nox is but a couple feet away from Grex.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he's been watching, just kind of keeping an eye. And he approaches just as close, looking over the edge of the maw.
Mm-hmm. Are you saying anything to Grex, or are you just standing here?
I think he's gonna sniff the air and feel the space
Mm-hmm.
and look over and say, "Hey,
Hey.
I never told you why I'm down here."
A man's secrets are his own. But I'm here to listen.
I can feel this place. It's closer. Closer to where I want to go.
I feel that too.
Up there, they put boundaries. There's them and then there's others. They called me other. But down here, I see the truth. Flesh. Bones. That's all there is. Nothing separates you, all of you, and I. Down there, well, I don't know what's down there, but I think it's better than up there.
I think you're right. I'll follow you wherever this next adventure takes us.
I think
Can we do like a brothers like hand clap
Yeah,
type thing? Or
hand
like
clap.
clap
Mhm.
the elbow?
Oh, yeah. 100%.
And like,
Also, I see you're down on yourself. Just know, if I threw you in this hole right now, it would be worth a lot.
can I add one last detail to our hand clap? Just that my hands brush up against your like, I mean, you've got like some shark-like bits, some like pig.
It's everything.
And so I touch that while you touch my like waxy like husks, and neither of us recoils. And it's like,
Aw.
That's it. Yeah.
So different from pride recoiling from promise.
As you all are both standing, are you trying to walk away from the maw? Like,
If
what are
we-
you
if
doing?
the moment feels right, maybe. But I will say that Nox is enraptured.
Beautiful. As you both are staring down at this horrifying yet beautiful thing, you feel more and more compelled to put something into this hole.
Well, you can't just say
And-
that. You can't just say that. You can't just say that.
I want to make an edit of the reactions that Anisha's had to all of the descriptions of this gaping hole, because every 2 seconds,
that's why you said boo?
Anisha's like biting a pinky, like it's like.
Oh God!
Get me in.
Wasn't there like an obelisk too?
An obelisk, yes. Oh, dude, y'all remember my drawings?
Oh God! Okay. Okay, lock in.
It's horror game.
Okay, sweet. So as people are resolving that, what?
I'll tell you what, I was looking at my inventory and I have a map of the dust region, which was helpful to me up there. So maybe as a show of this next chapter with me and Nox, I'd be fine to throw that in. Although I know they said if you throw something in and it's not worth much, you might.
Yeah,
get
you
a-
should really.
I wonder if it depends on what you
But
want.
I wasn't privy
you know?
to that information. I think I'm just gonna.
Yeah,
be
y'all
like,
weren't in that conversation.
Cool.
And if you're
Sweet,
like,
yeah.
I want you to save my life, throws in a paperclip versus like,
Yeah. No.
I'd like a
and
semblance of peace.
beautiful. And the thing I was trying to convey too is like I wasn't sure if you were walking up, but you do feel this compulsion to throw something in, to give it something. And what I was going to say is if you try to not do that, there would be something. But okay, so you're just throwing something into this. I do think, even though you are throwing something into this hole, give me a... I'm going to say you're going to, like, you, as you throw this in, you watch as the map fades into the hall, and roll for me. And do you have skill in endure?
No.
And no domain in cursed or okay. Just roll for me 1d10 then. To
I'm
see
imagining when
how this
Syndrome
affects you.
is overlooking the waterfall and drops the little tracking device, and then his hand like kind of gently like follows it down. I rolled a 3.
Beautiful.
Yikes. Okay, so you throw this map into the hole, and you watch as it falls down, 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 and it catches on fire. As you see it, he's sucked up in an instant. And as this happens, you feel as your body is filled with this sickening, stomach-curdling feeling as you try to hold it back, and from your mouth come creatures. Moths, grubs, spiders, and parasites pouring out. And both you and Nox are going to take D4 stress to mind.
That'll be a 3.
Great. And you're going to clear out your echo stress, Grex, but now both of you are going to need to roll for a fallout again.
Oh my god.
Which is
so-
a D8.
D12, which I just rolled for Nox. I rolled a 3. And so you're going to take a minor mind fallout. Yeah, so I rolled a 3. So you're going to wipe all the mind stress away. But you feel like your leg is broken. Something wrong is happening with your leg. And as you look at it, everything looks normal. Nothing has changed.
I am looking at it as I'm doubled over on the ground with
Yeah.
creatures coming out.
And now, did you roll the D4 for mind?
3. Another.
And I rolled a 4. You can wipe out your mind, but you do take another minor mind fallout. You have this sudden urge to relax You need a drink. You need something to chill you out. There's so much going on that you just will not be able to calm down until you've had something strong to relax yourself.
And what's the fallout?
The fallout is take the edge off, and what this means is until you get an intoxicant, roll 2 dice whenever you mark stress to mind.
Ooh,
And
that's
pick
no
the
good.
higher.
They got shots down here?
Great. So yeah, this happens to both of you right after you had this beautiful moment, as you just start vomiting up creatures, and both of you feel horrible.
I need something to wash this down.
Yeah. Maybe something could help with this leg cramp. Oh dear.
Let's go find promise and pride.
As you both are making your way to Promise and Pride, we're going to flash over to them. What have you two been doing?
Before that, or like while that was happening, I went from this man to seek out Promise, to go talk to Promise.
Great.
And I have like walked through the crowd, haven't seen anybody, and I think that I find myself right next to the open mouth of the maw, and I'm looking through the pages, and when I see you coming, I think I hold it up, and I'm like, if I've been working on this for years, for years. If I throw it in, maybe he can.
I'm gonna come up to you, and I'm gonna start nodding, and I'm going to say, it does appear that has a great deal of value. It seems that there's an exchange that goes on, and I'm going to tenderly drum my fingers on your shoulder. And I'm going to, as I am listening to you and looking at your book, I'm going to utilize a new ability that I've found from attuning within Karn a little bit better. And I'm going to, while I'm looking through this and listening to you, I'm going to attempt to assess your karmic ledger, in which, or I'm going to use karmic ledger, in which I cast a spell on a target I can see and hear. On a success, I determine your deepest karmic debt, the greatest thing that they've taken from someone else, whether it's money, valuables, freedom, a son, etc. And I can act on that information with mastery.
Cool.
So I'm just listening to you, and I don't have the skill, or I don't. The skills aren't relevant, so I think I'm literally just rolling 1 die here, unless.
What is this against?
I just roll to see if I do it.
Cool.
Or it's discern plus haven.
Cool.
But I think what I'm going to do before that actually is I'm going to use my other ability, which is the cost of doing business. And I'm going to... I got all of Pure Song's money last session, correct? Which is a D10 resource, so I'm going to consume this resource and take all of this and just completely obliterate it in order to... I consume it, set aside its die. I guess it doesn't have to be that necessarily, but I'm like keeping... I don't think it like just disappears or whatever. I think that's just a case where that would be useful to have and maybe to attune with Incarn, but I get to set aside roll it. I know I'm doing a lot right now. I roll a die, I set it aside, and then I can replace a later roll with that, essentially.
Gotcha.
Okay, good to know. And then now I'm going to do this karmic ledger action. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to use the 6 that I set aside, because that's a success, right?
At a cost.
And replace the 3 I just rolled, so that it is successful.
Great.
I also have another thing, which is the upgrade of that, or like another subset of karmic ledger, which is harvest. When I cast this, I can beseech Incarn, meaning asking you, to rate the value of their debt on a scale from a D4 to a D12. So you can see that essentially what I'm doing here, I know there was a lot, I'm just assessing the value of whatever your debt is, and I'm saying this, and I say, tell me more about this book.
Okay. As you do this, give me a quick D6 for fortune stress.
1.
Oh, sick. And I rolled a 12. Do you have 12 total stress?
Nope, I have 4.
Sweet. So
wait, I
yeah,
have protection on fortune too, so I take 0 actually.
Excellent. Yeah, so you don't take any stress at all, and you don't take a fallout either. So no cost. You touch her shoulder, and you're trying to get a sense of the karmic weight of her debt.
Yeah, the greatest thing they've taken from someone else: money, valuables, freedom. It's a son.
Great. Promise. You were doted on by your parents as a child. Like, you come from a very nice family, but you became very reliant on these magical substances. Your parents got distant from you, and as soon as you had a sister, they left you, basically. Like, let you on your own. Would you say you have much debt, things you've taken?
The only finery that I have is the cloak that I wear, which you're touching it, so you can feel that it's very soft. And if you're getting a closer look at it, I guess it's technically a debt because I did steal it from home. It was my baby blanket. And I would say, as far as like karmic debt, the thing that is heaviest is probably what I did to Grex.
Right. Yes, I forgot about that. Yeah, I forgot about that. Great. I will say...
So did I, but I think that was the point.
Yeah, you don't know.
You took I guess in that sense, you took a relationship, or like took happiness, right?
I took happiness from Grex, yes.
Yeah, I'm going to say that is pretty big. I'm going to say your karmic debt, at least unresolved from these things, and from the substances, from all of this time you've spent investigating, and like the weight that has on you, I'll say is a D8.
I say to Promise, I say, what do you think we will be able to get in return for this book?
I'm hoping that we'll be able to communicate with him. If he really is somewhere in here, we can figure out what the point of my life was, what the point of my visions, what the point of all this time.
Communicate with my brother?
Yes.
Huh. You have to know he's not a good person.
Are you?
No.
I wouldn't say I am either.
We all owe our debts. We all have our regrets. Do you have regrets?
Yes.
What's your biggest one?
I don't have time for that. I don't think you understand. And I'm just like leafing through the pages very quickly. Are you still drumming on my... Cool. I'm leafing through the pages very quickly. And I'm like, that's not what this is about. This is about what we can learn. This is about moving forward. We can't go back. We move forward.
But our debts have great value on our souls. And it seems you are seeking a closeness with the heart itself.
Yes. Are you about to do something big?
I'm still talking.
Okay. I want to use my hex eye at some point.
What is it? Like that's
It
your
shows
ability?
me, it reveals
Oh, and
something.
I describe what happened. Yeah.
Yeah.
From what I understand, this maw is a sort of... It must be some glimpse into the heart. It must be some way of attuning with it. And people use that energy to their own gain. And I do believe that there is some exchange that we can do. What are you searching for? Above all
Him.
else. For
Him.
him.
I think he has something that he needs to tell me. Or maybe it's you recognized him. I've been dreaming. I've had visions since I was a child. I've been haunted in a way.
I've been haunted by him since childhood as well. Do you hear him down there? Do you see him?
Ooh, do I?
This is a good question. There are multiple different sounds and feelings that are kind of assaulting your senses coming from the maw. And it's hard to discern which one is which. If you're trying to see if you hear him, I think you're going to need a roll for it.
Cool. Is that discern?
Mm-hmm.
Can I
And
help
we're
you?
cursed?
Yep.
So I'm rolling 3. Unless, are you helping me? I don't know.
I'm helping, yeah.
You're helping?
Yeah, so 4.
Because I want you to listen.
Okay.
And I will say this is risky.
I got an 8 and a 6. And I've been rolling good. I'll tell you that right now. And a 9 and a 5.
Damn. Okay, great. Yeah. So you have a success. No stress needed. As you try to get a sense of all of these feelings, and you hear the single voice that is talking to you specifically. And in your mind, echoing around you, you hear, "You've come. At last.
Yes.
I've been waiting for you.
For what?
The secrets. What you found. You. You see things, right?
Yes.
What things do you see?
Faces.
Faces. Yes. People doing things they aren't supposed to do. Things they wouldn't like other people to know. And yet, you tell on them.
Yes.
You have these secrets that you've kept from everyone. Down here, it is all open. If you want the truth, you have to tell them.
I have to tell. Oh. I hear something. I don't know if it's your brother. What did he do to you?
Betrayed me.
I think I'm supposed to move forward, but I need to resolve some things with Grex.
I grip your shoulder.
I hold on to your hand. What?
There are ways to absolve your debt. And there are ways to meet him bring him to us.
Okay.
And you're right. The way to do this is by moving forward. And I'm going to attempt to push you.
Cool.
Okay, oh my god.
If there was that thing you wanted to do before it, we can.
I was curious if you're physically pushing me, so I'm less worried about this. For the hex eye, since it reveals something hidden, I was gonna see if I could tell that you were gonna do that.
If you want to rewind, we can.
I'm not going to resist. You're touching me.
Yes.
So in the moment that you push me, I am going to accept that I am going to become one with the heart by being thrown into the heart, and I'm going to use my zenith ability, the Herald of the Stone Chorus. I can cast this spell once. I do it automatically. I do not need to roll. A creature or entity that I am touching is sealed away into the Stone Chorus's prison eternally.
What?
Oh no!
What? No! But I'm letting you go!
Miss input!
That you push me, and in the moment that you're touching me, all of a sudden I think we're like both falling. I open the door to the chorus's prison, which, as a reminder for everybody, where I have drawn most of my powers, it's old gods that are, or they say that they are old gods imprisoned in the heart by upstart deities. So I think that maybe like a portion of this maw opens, and I become part of the door that locks you into this prison.
Are you saying I was falling also?
No, because I was touching you, it's opening, you're in it. And I think I say, he betrayed you, did he? And you are living eternally with the Stone Chorus.
Now, what does this mean exactly?
It does say that nothing can free the target from its prison short of me, the door, agreeing to open. So you could get out.
Nothing can free this. So, what is the chorus? Like, it's just like is it like a dimension?
So the Sanctum of the Stone Chorus, that's what I do, where I, like, bring forth temples. They claim in 100 voices, like the scraping of tectonic plates, that they are the old gods imprisoned in the heart by upstart deities. So there's a stone chorus and they are imprisoned, these old gods.
We're at a place now, right, that you brought us to.
Yeah. Except I was wrong. I was trying to get to a temple and then it came up wrong, so we got to them all. I throw open the door to the chorus's prison while they look on you in shock. So you're surrounded by these old gods. I throw another captive into the cell.
So this is like a ultimate move in Smash or something. Like, it's like you're throwing me into like a little.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm physically in another.
I am the door. So there is a possibility that we'll that if it works and I bring your brother back by falling into the heart and like becoming part of the heart, that I would open later. I just want you to have some time to think about what you've done. Well,
a part of my harvest ability that I stopped myself from reading earlier was that when you murder the target and give their debt to Incarn, I remove stress equal to the dice size of their debt. Which you said was a D8, so that doesn't really necessarily matter because now I'm trapped in this thing. But I didn't want to give away my intentions there.
You were gonna murder.
Yeah. Okay. So you fall down into this whole promise as you feel this warm embrace envelop you, as heat suffuses your entire body, and you are now one with the heart. Part of a cacophony of a million voices joined into one flesh. Suddenly, you have this sense of everything. Any truth, any misdeed, any lie is now open to you, as you are eternal and everything. As for you, Pride, as Promise said, you feel this chain kind of envelop you as you are stuck in this prison. As this happens, we go back out to the people above, to Nox and Grex. You both just had this traumatic thing happen to you, and you are still sitting there regaining yourself. But you can hear a commotion from nearby. People are surprised that 2 people fell into the hole and saw this thing. But even more so, you hear a voice. As a shrill, annoying, grating voice cuts through the crowd. "Get your paws off of me, you savages! Who do you think you are? I am better than all of you lowlifes. The secrets of the Maw belong to me."
What's he doing now?
As you see the pure song fighting off the biting, the gripping hands of these people. As he says, "The secrets belong to me, not you," as he's struggling against this crowd of people.
I mean, we kind of need a drink or something, right? I guess this will draw me over, mostly because, like, I thought I told him to leave and go take care of Ice Mirth, and it's like, you again? I'm already pissed off. I got a horrible taste in my mouth. I need a drink. I think I'll go towards the commotion. Did we see where Pride and Promise went, or we just assumed they're somewhere else?
You did not see. You were throwing up bugs and beetles.
Oh, brother. What is this man's crime? Where are you taking him?
He was trying to steal our sacrifices.
Yeah, that's what he was doing. This is the worst crime that can be done. Cast him into the hole.
Pure Song, can't you just give it back?
Oh, it's you again. I see you follow me to the edge of the earth. It's like you have some sort of obsession with me or something, don't you? Well, I was just taking what was rightfully mine. These people had left this thing on the ground, and I just threw it in. So there's no giving back.
And then what happened?
What happened? Remember, nothing, really. I gained some semblance of strength, I suppose, but I guess my sacrifice wasn't good enough. The knowledge I was seeking was not what was gifted to me.
Is there some kind of perception check or something?
You can discern. You can try to discern, like, what are you trying to do?
Trying to figure out either what had happened to him when he did that, and has he told us what it is he's looking for? Like, no, I don't think. All right, what do I roll? I actually have a skill in discern.
In discern? Yeah, so you roll 2d10, unless you have a skill in cursed.
Cursed?
Yeah.
You mean the domain?
Domain, yeah.
I do not. Okay, so I got a 4 and a 6.
You got a 4 and a 6. Great. Yeah, so you get a success, but with a cost. So give me a d6 roll for stress. I'm going to say this is an echo. Give me a d6 for echo.
I rolled a 6.
So you take 5
We
stress
should have gone
echo.
to the bar. I don't know why I stopped for this guy.
You see him, and you look at him, and you see that he has shifted. He looks the same, but his ears are kind of bent strangely, his nose is displaced. His formerly perfect features have been changed. What was once beautiful is now twisted. And as you do this, you get this sense of him. You suddenly feel the energy of the heart flow into you as you take a minor echo fallout conduit. Your best efforts to keep unreal energies of the heart at bay are futile. Your body is a crucible for strangeness. You cannot use echo protection.
Dang. I can't say it doesn't bring me a little bit of joy to see him uggoed up a bit. But I have something called a Heart's Bloom Rose in my inventory. It's occult, it's fragile, but I think I'll take it out and look at the crowd and say, can I trade you for this loud, annoying man, this pretty, delicate bauble?
I will say this is a compel, if you're to do this.
Okay, I've got a skill in that.
Great. I will say this is also... I feel like this is dangerous, but...
Okay, what does that mean dice-wise?
Are you trying to help Grex, Nox?
I'm helping in the way I know how, which is standing behind Grex menacingly with an arrow and bow.
Okay.
Is that help?
If you're trying to like lend credence to his words and strength, yeah, I'll say that can be help. So you will be rolling 3 dice, but you will be taking away. I think you will be taking away the 2 highest.
Then I have a 1.
You've rolled a 1?
I have rolled a 1. This might be my zenith. Throw me in, boys.
You hold this rose up for the crowd. And you see briefly as they look at you and they see it. And they look back and forth. But what did you say it was? A blood thorn?
A Heart's Bloom Rose.
Heart's Bloom Rose, yes. Heart's Bloom roses are fairly valuable and could make for a good sacrifice. So as the people look between you two, they look at him and they look at you. One crowd stays on him and the other is going to come towards you. As this happens, roll for...
Listos.
As they start grabbing at your hand, at your arm, trying to rip it from you, roll for blood stress.
Okay. Just the
And
one
you're gonna-
d6?
2d6.
Or is it d10?
Oh, no. You roll a d6 and then you take double.
Oh! I have a
Because it was a-
protection of 3. I got a
Okay.
2, so now what?
Then you only take 1.
Yeah, you only take
Because
one.
2 doubled is 4, protection 3.
Ew.
Just 1.
Okay.
Beautiful. And then I'm going to roll
Stop
for
it!
Fallout. I rolled a 10 for Fallout, and you don't have 10 total, so you don't take a Fallout, I don't think.
No, I've got 8 total.
Great. Yeah. So you were able to wrench your hand out of the way as they grab your rose and pull it. As the
That's
crowd
not how trades work!
starts yelling and seething and together into this mass, as you see as the pure song, "Get your hands off of me! What are you doing? No, stop!" As they grab him and drag him and throw him into the hole,
Drag him. Sorry.
along with the rose and a couple other of the
No!
people who fall with him. And you see...
Do I get the impression that you want the pure song to be saved?
Yes! He has to
Oi!
take care of Mirth!
I'm
Mirth is gonna be
gonna
okay.
shoot him with my bow.
as he's going down.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Okay, give me a I guess hunt.
Yeah, perfect.
If you have hunt skill, that'll add a D. I'll say this is risky.
Well, it's also the domain I'm in. It's cursed.
Yeah.
I'm cursed. So I'll roll 3d10, I suppose.
Yeah, and you take out the highest. Oh my gosh.
I rolled a 9, so my next highest is 8.
Oh my god! So you succeed with no stress.
However, I'm not trying to kill him. I'm using my minor ability, Harpoon. Once per situation, when I inflict stress to the adversary with my bow, I can attach myself to them with a rope or chain. They can't flee the situation while attached, and neither can you, so...
You're gonna get thrown in the heart.
I'm getting thrown in.
Oh my god!
You want him saved, right? And I pull out my bow and shoot him.
If Nox is getting dragged, I'm grabbing onto Nox.
Yeah.
You shoot your bow, harpoon onto him, through his leg, as he flies down into the hole, and you feel yourself start to get dragged along with him. The crowd seethes and yells, and you're grabbing on too, right, Grex?
Nox!
Can we double team this? Can
Bad.
Yeah, you all give me endure.
Resist the effects of the heart on your body and mind. Oh dear.
Do I just roll 1? And then is this a D?
Either of you can roll for it, and whoever is
I can
support.
roll 2 because it's my domain.
You can roll 2, and then
This
you'll
guy
roll
is the
3 with Grex
worst.
support. Yeah, I will say this is
Thankfully
risky as well.
Oh yeah.
rolled 3 with Grex's support. Rolled 2 10s and an 8.
What the fuck? Okay. Whew. Okay, yeah.
we live.
So
We live.
you
We live.
you are being dragged as you find yourself over the edge, but you are able to pull back. However, as you look down, you see these other people fall into the hole and dissolve. Looking around now, you don't see what happened to Promise and Pride.
Can I say that I left my baby blanket on the edge? Like it fell off my shoulders.
Yeah, you see Promise's blanket dangling over the edge, and you see the Pure Song dangle as his hand starts to shift and change. But it's on the event horizon nearly, like the precipice. Like if it goes any further, something would happen. But what you notice is as he's here, you see the mass below you start to shake. As all of these things that have come together reform into a body. As you see the figure of a man begin to float up from the hole. The man resembles someone you know very well. Pride. He rises up. As he passes the Pure Song, he just kind of smiles. And he comes up and steps down onto the edge right beside you. Arms behind his back, glancing down into the hole.
What, can we drag Pure Song up?
Yeah, you can drag him up.
Okay.
Hey, how about a hand in there? You seem to have a good grasp of the workings.
He grabs the rope and begins to pull it up. However, as you get closer to him, you notice the world around you start to change. The floor begins to pulse. The sound like grinding teeth fills your ears as you see eyes begin to blossom on the floor, on the walls, on people, as you pull the Pure Song back out of the hole.
I'm going to grab Pure Song by the neck, hold him to the front of my face, and say,
I find the contours of your soul repulsive. Welcome to life.
and I slam him to the ground.
You're with us now. Live.
You stabbed my leg!
I don't care.
We saved your life. I don't want to have to see you again.
Well, I never want to see you again either.
Go be with Mirth. This place has nothing for you and you're not suited for it.
Fine. I will. And I hope you die down here.
I just might. Now go. Now!
Fine. And he stands up and begins to hobble away.
Thank you, Nox.
And as he turns and looks at you, he says, I guess you aren't so bad after all. And you hear, almost indistinctly, I'm sorry. And he hobbles away.
I never was. You're right, Nox. It's the upper world that's bad. Or rather projects bad onto others.
As you watch him leave, you notice all of the people around you start walking forward as they creep closer, closer. And you see the first one fall. As one by one, all of the people in this place cast themselves into the hole.